Often when we're faced with difficulty, our immediate instinct is to complain, whine, and think how unjust and terrible our situation is. But one of the ancient Stoics' favourite ways to view adversity is through analogy to hard physical training and combat sports. An athlete longs for the hardest physical training he can find because he knows that it will result in the greatest gains and glory. So we should welcome adversity as an opportunity to make gains in the realm of willpower and resilience. A boxer derives the greatest advantage from his sparring partner, and my accuser is my sparring partner. He trains me in patience, civility, and even temper. Now, it's very natural for us to crave comfort and wish for everything to just be easy. But if you were actually granted this, you would quickly realize that it's a huge mistake. If we don't have challenges of some sort to overcome, life just becomes stagnant and deadened. A life of just comfort and pleasure is entirely empty. And without really hard challenges, it's impossible for us to achieve anything great. The true man is revealed in difficult times. So when trouble comes, think of yourself as a wrestler who God has paired with a tough young buck. For what purpose? To turn you into Olympic class material. No one's difficulties ever gave him a better test than yours. If you are prepared to make use of them as a wrestler makes use of an opponent in peak condition. Fighters voluntarily go into sparring sessions without complaint, knowing that they'll experience pain and suffering. But they don't come away from a sparring session thinking that something terrible just happened to them because they recognize the benefit that it gives them. As well as practical benefits, the Stoics teach that we actually achieve something great when we successfully overcome adversity in a manner without complaint. If someone lifts an enormous amount of weight or climbs to the top of a huge mountain, we consider that they've achieved something great, even if what they did had no practical benefit to them or anyone else. We simply celebrate the resolve, dedication, and strong spirit that allowed them to achieve something that very few people were able to do. And so the Stoics teach that when we face adversity, we have an opportunity to do something very similar. The core of Stoic teaching is that we don't control our circumstances, but we do control how we view them and what opinions we form about them. Again, athletes go through pain every day in training, but they don't think of it as a bad thing because of the schema through which they view it. And so it's perfectly possible to face pain and difficulty without thinking of it as a bad thing happening to you. If we see it as something necessary to achieve something great that we want, then we'll have a far easier time viewing it in a similar way to athletes and their training. For more free Stoic content, subscribe to my newsletter. And also stay tuned for next month when I'll be releasing my course on ancient Stoic, Buddhist, and samurai philosophy for developing a mindset of steel. Newsletter subscribers will enjoy a 20% discount.